All right, let's do some tie-dye art. For today's project, you're gonna need a little squirt bottle, well, any kind of squirt bottle, white copy paper. This will work for your scratch paper and for your real deal. A piece of foil that is bigger than your final piece. Have a messy mat or a placemat or something in between you and your table because you're going to use a Sharpie. You could also grab a pencil for sketching and really juicy markers. This project only works with highly saturated markers. So I like to use Mr. Sketch for this, and you'll see why in a second. A lot of you have done this already. The technique can be used for any design. We're gonna use it for a holiday design. So you want your design to fill up a fair bit of the paper. I'm using my hand as an example. I want like 3/4 of the paper to be filled with my design. So think of some holiday images here. And I'm just coming up with a couple of ideas. I'm making one big outside shape. Let me see if I can, how about an ornament? Okay, or maybe a really rough sketch ideas here. So I'm trying to do images that can be continuous without a lot of interruptions here. So the first image is just a continuous shape. And then you're going to break up these shapes into smaller shapes with lines, and you get to decide where those lines are. And again, I'm just sketching some ideas. Same with the candy cane, probably has some candy cane lines in it. Ooh, the ornament might have some. So each of these smaller shapes will get filled with designs. I think that I will go with the ornament for kicks and giggles. I'm going to transfer this idea, and again, you can use a pencil if you want first. So your overall shape, and then separate it into smaller shapes that are then going to get filled with patterns. And you can come up with all kinds of patterns, but I'll put one of these cheat sheets in this lesson. So each of these could get filled up with whatever kind of pattern you want until you've got a design like this. And this is one I did before, and you'll notice I didn't just do the traditional lines, I separated it however I wanted to. And you can do that this kind of Zentangle idea with any holiday shape. And again, if your family doesn't celebrate Christmas, you could do a winter shape, any shape. You could do your initial if you wanted to. This will work with any artwork. All right? Once you have your final piece, that's a really awful circle. Okay. Lay your final piece on your foil and quickly trace. Remove your real deal. And now you are going to fill in however much of this you want with your juicy markers. I highly recommend getting rid of black and brown for this. Use your colorful markers for this. You've got a couple strategies here. For the tie-dye, you could do like a tie-dye starburst. If you just want the shape to be colored, you could just do this portion colored. And then leave some negative space, some white. You could color the entire thing. You could do warm colors, cool colors, rainbow order, what Christmas colors. So I'm just gonna kind of give you some ideas. Because I have a circle shape here, I'm just gonna show you what a tie-dye starburst would look like. And my color strategy for this, I think I'm gonna start with some warm colors here. So I'm just filling up. The more ink you have, the better. So I could stop right here. That's about the size of my ornament, but I think I want it to spread out a little farther than my ornament. Maybe we'll put some pink. So some foil does what's happening down here. I don't know if you can see this, but it's just beating up, and maybe that's where some oil from my finger got on there. Okay, once you've got your design and you're happy with it, you really need to make sure it's got an even layer of water, and now you're gonna see it kind of start pooling. Take your Real Deal, and again, yours is gonna be all filled out at this point. Flip it over, line it up with the frame, lay it down and massage. Ooh, look, I see the magic happening already. Spend some time massaging. You don't want to leave any pigment on the foil. Okay, let's peel away and see what happens. Ooh, cool. So there's my tie-dye, and again, that's what it looks like with some negative space. You could fill out yours all the way edge to edge, which would also be really cool. You can reuse this. If you want to use different colors the second time, just, oops, grab a tissue. Well, actually, you could do a ghost print if you wanted to with a scratch piece of paper. In fact, let's see what happens when we do that. Squirt it again. Let me go grab another scratch piece of paper. I have some green right here. Let's just see what happens on green. See if we can get a ghost print out of that. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. Let's see what happens. Ooh, kind of cool. I love it. So now you could use this to make one of the little Christmas trees. I got a square. That would be kind of neat. At any rate, you can squirt this again and just clean it up with a tissue. So you're going to come up with all kinds of ideas, but let me just give you one more. So I'm just gonna take my already made Real Deal. Gonna make sure this has plenty of liquid on it, rehydrate. Okay, that looks pretty good. Get some in the center. Okay. And I think I want my star in the center, so I'm gonna off-center this a little bit. We'll see what happens. Oops. Okay, massage, massage. Yeah, so cool. So these would be great ideas for cards or for gifts. You could make smaller versions. Like instead of a whole piece of copy paper, you could do half, or actually even make your card. That'd be kind of cool to make a card straight up. Anyways, the sky's the limit with your color combos. One last thing, you don't have to do a pattern like this. You could do random. It's totally up to you. All right, or you could do a message, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Birthday, whatever your occasion is. So, step 1, Zen doodle a shape, segment it into smaller shapes so that you can add little patterns. Step 2 is trace your outline. Step 3 is add color. Step 4 is squirt. Step 5 is massage. And step 6 is peel. Have fun!